Maulan na hapon sa ating lahat, no? And welcome to the product launch, no? Ng ating product na Prime Cleanse Capsules. Okay? So this is the very first product of Prime Z, as I understand, no? And I'm looking forward na this will not be the last, no? Of course, sana a series of wellness products, no? So my task for today is to just give you an orientation on what this product can give us, no? Kung ano yung mga benefits niya for us, for all of us, no? So ito from children to adults, no? It can cover, no? But before that, let's look at what are the problems that we can prevent, okay? So ito mainly, no, kahit may mga iba pang benefits ang product na ito, no? Metabolism, it's an immunomodulator also, hypertension, diabetes. So, uunahin lang natin yung main, no, which is the colorectal conditions. Ano ba yung colorectal conditions? Ito yung mga problema natin dito sa ating colon, sa gut, no? From the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestines to the colon, the large intestines, no, up to the rectum, no? Kasi diyan pumapasok, no? Diyan tayo kumakain. And then pagdating kasi sa colon, nagiging feces na siya, nagiging isa siyang maduming bagay na kailangan nating ilabas. Okay? So, ano sa tingin niyo yung pinaka-common na problema ng mga pasyente, mga tao, no, when it comes to the colon? Yung napaka-common, kung minsan din natin pinapansin, no? Pero it's actually a very common problem na kung minsan napupunta ka sa emergency room because of this, no? So, ang una, it's actually, paano ba ito? Okay, unahin natin yung constipation. Ano ba yung constipation? Ano yung Tagalog ng constipation? Pagtitibi. Okay, buti na lang alam nyo. Ako hindi ko alam kanina, sinearch ko pa. No? Sa Bisaya, ano? Tabol yata. Parang ganun din sa Ilocano. I'm from Ilocos, by the way. I'm from Ilocos Norte. So, Ilocano po ako. Tabol ang tawag namin pag hindi makadumi. No? So, itong constipation na ito, no? It makes it hard for you to have bowel movement. Nahihirapan kang dumumi. I'm sure any one of us have experienced this, di ba? Sino ba naman ang hindi pa nakaka-experience nito, no? Naranasan nating lahat to. And it's not a pleasant experience, no? Mahirap, no? Ngayon, these tools are infrequent. So, ibig sabihin, yung regular mo na usually once a day, no? For some people, it's once every other day, no? Hindi nangyayari. Kung minsan natatagalan. Kung minsan isang linggo na hindi pa nakakadumi. No? So, kung minsan ang sama na ng pakiramdam mo because of that. Only because of that. Why? Because the toxins are already building up. No? Hindi na nailalabas ng katawan mo. No? Di mo lang alam, pero maraming ibang problema ang nagiging epekto nito. No? Okay. So, it's often related, no, to inadequate roughage or fiber in your diet. No? Kasi para maganda yung dumi natin, kailangan natin ng roughage. Saan ba nanggagaling yung roughage na to? No? Titingnan natin mamaya. Okay? So just to show you, no, yung ating different kinds of dumi, of stools, no? Yung from type 1 to type 3, yan usually yung character ng stool pag tayo ay constipated, no? Pag nagtitibi. Okay? Kung minsan nga sobrang bato-bato na no? Sa emergency room, yung mga elderly nating pasyente na hindi masyadong gumagalaw, tapos nagkakaroon ng constipation, kailangan namin i-manually extract, no? Kukutkutin namin, no? Yung dumi niya para lang makalabas. Okay? Yung number 4, yan yung medyo, number 4 and maybe number 5, yan yung medyo ideal. Yan yung masarap yung pakiramdam pag nilabas nyo. No? Diba? Talagang, hi! Diba? Tapos, yung type 6 and type 7, that's the other end of the spectrum. Yan yung pag nagtatae ka naman, no? Loose bowel movement. You have diarrhea. Okay? So, that's another kind of problem. Okay? Now, ano ba ang nagkakos, no? Ano ba yung mga sanhi ng constipation? No? Pwedeng emotional state. No? Nakaka-apekto kasi it's the brain also controls the way you move your bowels. Okay? So kung namomroblema ka masyado, no, hindi ganun kaganda yung mood mo, pwede rin hindi ganun kaganda yung pagdun mo. Nagiging irregular. Tapos, isa pa is ignoring the natural urges of open bowels. Natatay ka na pero pinipigilan mo. No? So, ang nangyayari doon, your stool stays in your colon. Inaabsorb lang niya yung tubig. And therefore, tumitigas. Okay? So ideally, pag nandyan na, go na. No? Go na! Di ba ang hirap na yung pinipigilan mo, tapos nandyan na, biglang hindi mo na mapigilan. No? Emergency talaga. No? Naging problema ko yun eh. Because of an emotional state when I was in medical school, pag mag-exam, medyo ninenervyos ka. Kaya natatay ako talaga parati. So, kailangan magdala talaga parati ng tissue. No? In between while taking the exam, I had to excuse myself and go to the rest. Akala nga ng professor, parang nandagaya na ako eh. No? Pero it's just that magkakaroon ng urgent urge, no? At the time na ninenervyos ka. No? Pero kahit hindi ka ninenervyos, minsan talagang, kung dyan na. No? Sa pang problema, pag nagda-drive ka, wala ka ng choice, no? So, yun. So, that's ignoring the natural urges to open bowels. Disordered eating behavior. No? Marami ang guilty sa atin dyan, lalo na yung mga very busy people, no? Irregular ang eating. Walang breakfast, lunch, dinner. Walang regular na gano'n. Kung minsan, lunch lang. Kung minsan, dinner na nga lang. A little bit of merienda in between. So that's very unnatural and it's very unhealthy. No? Not only because of your bowel movement, it causes irregularity in your bowel movement, it also causes a lot of other medical conditions. Okay? Low physical activity. Yung mga hindi nag-exercise, nawawala yung stimulus for that bowel to move. Okay? So, kailangan mo kasing gumalaw. Kailangan gumalaw, pati yung gut mo, no? yung colon mo, gumalaw din. Okay? That's why marami sa ating mga stroke patients, yung mga hindi na nakakagalaw, yung mga bedridden na, nagkakaroon ng constipation. And then, yung mga may mga anatomic problems na we cannot do much about it. Yung pelvic floor weakness, no? Yung muscle ng pelvis mo mahina, kaya kahit umiri ka, wa-effect. No? Hindi pa rin nasa-squeeze out yung stool, hindi nakakalabas. And yung meron tayong isang sakit ng tawag megacolon. Masyadong lumaki yung colon. And therefore, naiipon lang na naiipon doon yung feces. Okay? Alright. So, after knowing the causes, no? So meron ka ng constipation, kung minsan chronic, may mga chronically constipated na people no? Na hindi na sila, they cannot last days, no, without taking something, no, like Dulcolax, just to loosen the stool. So after knowing the causes, let's look at the consequences. Bakit ba natin po problemahin kung parati kang constipated? Of course, aside from the discomfort that it gives us, no, pwede kasing mag-fecal impaction. Like I've said kanina, pwede nang mamuo, magiging parang bato na sa loob. No? And that's hard to manage. Pupunta ka pa ng emergency room para ma-solve yun. It can cause hemorrhoids, which is another problem. Are you familiar with hemorrhoids, almoranas? No? Kung minsan sobrang grabe ng almoranas, lumalaki, nagdudugo. And yung mga ganong klase ng almoranas, kailangan operahan. No? It's very common, actually. It's more common than we think. No? Maraming ganon. No? It can be common among those who are buntis. No? Kasi yung paglaki ng tiyan nila, nako-compress din ang almoranas kasi ano yan, these are veins, no? Mga daluyan ng dugo na nandun sa may rectum, anus. Okay? So, actually, masakit din siya. No? So, another source of discomfort. Tapos, pwede rin mag-cause ng anal fissures. Nagsusugat na yung puwet, no? Yung anus. No? And that's another problem. Kasi pag nagsusugat yan ng parating nagsusugat. Yung mga constipated, kung minsan yung dumi nila may dugo na eh. No? So, it can cause, hindi lang, kung minsan nga dahil pakonti-konti yung pagdudugo, it's causing anemia. Hindi nila napapansin, ang bababa na pala ng hemoglobin nila. So, that's another problem. And, other problems would be medical, hypertension. Kung napapansin nyo, kung nasubukan nyo ng naging constipated, at iring-iri kayo, kung minsan sumasakit na yung ulo nyo, di ba? Sumasakit na yung ulo nyo, it can cause hypertension also. No? So check ng BP pag tinatabal kayo. Okay? Kasi baka meron na rin hypertension. Ang problema kasi doon, buti sana kung paminsan-minsan lang. Kung parati na, no? Ang hypertension is another cause of so many other diseases. No? It's related to heart disease, no? Heart attack. It's related to stroke. No? Mas ano pa yan? Stroke, no? Sinong gustong magka-stroke? Stroke ka dahil constipated ka. Imagine that. No? Yung iba, ganun talaga. Nangyayari yung stroke, nangyayari yung heart attack habang nasa CR sila. Dahil iri sila ng ira, hindi makalabas. No? Tumataas yung blood pressure. Pumuputok na yung mga veins, mga arteries nila sa ulo, no? Sa brain. No? And that's stroke. Okay? At kung minsan pa, hemorrhagic stroke. Yun yung talagang pumutok, nagdugo na sa loob. No? Hindi lang yung stroke na ischemic, yung liit yung daluyan ng dugo, no? Yon mas madali pang gamutin eh, no? Mas nalilihab mo pa yung pasyente. Pero yung dumugo, no, yung pumutok, no? Kung minsan kailangan na ng operasyon, it's neurosurgery, no? Okay. So yun yung most like mga more common ones, no? Pero if you realize now, constipation, though it seems like it's a simple problem, can be a very big problem. Lalo na napakarami. Imagine, 1/3 of all people, at least in the Philippines, experience constipation. 1/3. So, isa sa bawat 3 sa inyo, nakukonstipate. Nakukonstipate na problematic. Okay. So, next. The other worrisome problem, no, of the colorectal system, the colon, no, the colorectal part of our digestive system is cancer. No? So you're all aware naman, this is already a very common cancer. It's the second most diagnosed cancer, no, among Filipinos, no. Number 2 sa mga lalaki, number 3 sa mga babae. Kasi yung mga babae, nilampasan lang yan yon because of breast cancer na hindi masyadong nangyayari sa mga lalaki. Okay? So colon cancer, it's the third most commonly diagnosed cancer, no, in males and second in females. Number 13% survival rate for those who have late stage colon cancer. Siguro one of you know one patient, no, who had colon cancer. At the later stage of the disease, mahirap na siyang gamutin. In fact, baka hindi na siya magamot. No? Nagkumalat na yan, lumaki na yan, no? Sila yung may mga binutasan na yung tiyan, no? Binutasan na yung tiyan para dun na lumabas yung dumi, no? And that's very convenient. Nakakaawa yung mga ganung pasyente. No? You don't want to be one of those. No? Okay. Pero, may mga magagawa naman tayo. No? So, pinakamura would be dietary interventions. No? So, if our diet is rich in both soluble and insoluble fibers, no, it will help a lot. No? Soluble fiber, ibig lang sabihin, it's dissolves in water, no? Just like pectins and gums, which is present in fruits, no? and vegetables. And insoluble fiber, which are examples of their plant cellulose and hemocellulose. Okay. Ano ba yung mga food na rich in fiber? This would be your grains, whole grains, fruits like apples, bananas, vegetables, of course, and oatmeal. No? That's just a few. No? But there are many other food. No? These are healthy food. No? So, pag may vegetables, may fruits ka na in your diet, that's already part of preventing yung mga yon, constipation, chronic cancer. Okay. So these are the examples of high soluble fiber, and these are the examples of your foods with insoluble, no? Containing insoluble fiber. These are the skins and seeds of fruits and vegetables. No? Sa bagay, in Filipino cookery naman, yung vegetables hindi man natin talaga binabalatan na kung minsan, di ba? No? So, yun, nakakatulong yun. No? Ito yung mga pagkain na may roughage, no? Ano na nga ba yung vegetable na, I think patola. Patola ba yun? Yung parang ginagawang lufa. Yun, that's roughage, no? That is insoluble fiber. Kinakain natin yun, hindi natin napapansin, pero yung ganon, kung madatandaan nyo, pag kumain kayo ng maraming patola, maraming vegetables, no? Maraming fruits, no? Pineapple and all that, kinabukasan, ang ganda ng pagdumi nyo, ang dami, no? So parang nalinisan yung gut ninyo, no? Which is good. That's very good. Okay? Corn, mataas din sa insoluble fiber. Leafy greens, no? Leafy vegetables, no? So, yun, marami tayo dito sa Pilipinas, no? Pechay, no? Malunggay, no? Aside from those vegetables having a lot of vitamins and minerals, no? Sa Ilocos, magulay kami doon, no? Hindi nga kami bumibili ng gulay because it's in our own backyards. Doon, you can live kahit di ka mamalengke because nandun na lahat. Nandun ang malunggay, nandun ang saluyot, okra, everything's there. No? I think ganun din naman sa ibang provinces. Ano? So, andun lahat. No? At masarap. No? Masarap. Okay? Nuts also. No? Although, medyo hinay-hinay tayo sa nuts kasi iba nagkakagout dahil sa nuts. No? And dried fruit. No? Pero, kahit fruit, no? Kahit di naman kailangan dry. No? But if that's the way you preserve your fruits, like for example, kung minsan kasi, like, may mango season, no? Kung minsan napakaraming mangga, binabato na lang yung mangga, sayang, no? So some people dry it, no? And then eat it later on. Okay? Alright, so yun. So again, dietary interventions are the, practical, easy way to do it. But, alam ko, na hindi tayong lahat we can follow that kind of diet. No? Bakit? Andyan kasi yung fast food eh. No? So, bakit ako magpipinakbet kung meron namang chicken joy? No? Ang dami kasing options. No? I think that's Most especially here in Manila. Kasi puro fast food, no? Puro fast food. Nawawala na yung vegetable. Walang fast food na vegetable eh. Wala, no? Meron ba? Walang fast food na featuring a vegetable food items, no? Siguro meron lang akong alam na isa, I think yung salad stock. That's it, because of the salads. Pero ang mahal. Imagine that. Konting litsugas lang nilagyan ng konting mansanas, no? Napakamahal. No? So it's also impractical. Ba't di na lang tayo kumain ng sarili nating gulay? Okay? Mura naman ang gulay. Never namang naging issue sa sa mga palengke yung gulay. No? Alright. Now, of course, we also have the specialized food supplements that we can make use of. No? It's part of the armamentarium of managing these problems. No? So this is more of the preventive side, which is now the more important aspect of health. No? Not only for Filipinos, but all over the world. Mas mahirap kasi manggamot kaysa sa mag-prevent, no, ng sakit. Ay! Wala. Sorry. Okay. So here, there are like I said, there are specialized food items, no, that we can make use of. Ito yung psyllium husk, wheatgrass, barley, alfalfa. Alam niyo ba yung alfalfa? Parang minsan pa lang ako kumakain niyan. Because well, it's not readily available, but I know that in like mga SM groceries, meron, no? And fiber gum. Yan, medyo hindi natin yan nabibili sa mga palengke or groceries. But it is available as supplements, no? So first, let's discuss psyllium. Psyllium, the scientific name of psyllium is Plantago ovata, no? So para lang siyang mga seeds, no? And ang useful sa kanya is the husk, yung balot niya. This is used in the ancient traditional medicine of Ayurveda, no, to promote the body's overall health and well-being. So many thousands of years ago, ginagamit na po ito. No? It is a soluble fiber used primarily as a gentle, bulk-forming laxative. No? So it's a laxative. Iniipon niya, pumupunta, kasi hindi siya nag-digest. Pumupunta siya sa colon, mag-absorb ng water, tapos ilalabas niya yung dumi in a more comfortable manner. No? Ito pa yung isang advantage niya, it's one of the benefits, is that it helps reduce triglycerides, bad cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure levels. Okay? And it helps relieve the symptoms of constipation. No? So yun, mga medical conditions that it can prevent. No? So hypertension and even diabetes. Okay? Number 2 is the wheatgrass. The scientific name of wheatgrass is Triticum aestivum. Okay? So, grass lang siya, damo. Okay? This is a superfood. No? Marami nang gumagamit ng wheatgrass actually. Whether it's in tablet form or the grass itself. No? It's a superfood that has many nutrients and antioxidants like vitamin C, vitamin E, minerals like selenium, zinc, and iron. All of these vitamins are essential in the metabolism of the human body. No? It helps also in improving your skin. No? Vitamin C nga ngayon, di ba? Ginagamit talagang paputi, ganon. Vitamin E, it helps in the integrity of the skin. No? Yung mga nagva-vitamin E, kung napapansin nyo, nagpipinkish yung tsura nila. no, yung balat nila. Which is of course nice. Okay? So, ano na yan? Para wag nang magpa-gluta. Sino yung nasubukan ng magpa-glutathione sa inyo? No? If you notice yung glutathione na IV, they actually add vitamin C. No? So instead of that, why don't you just take your dietary vitamin C, no? Which can be found in wheatgrass, no? Aside from all the other benefits that it can provide. Ito, this is very interesting because my subspecialties infectious diseases. It helps boost your immune system. And therefore, you're more resistant to infections. Any infection for that matter. Whether it's bacterial, fungal, or viral. Remember, it's not so long ago na nagkaroon talaga tayo ng pandemic, no? Because of the COVID. It's a virus. No? At hindi lahat ng pasyente, di ba, tinatamaan. Yung iba tinatamaan pero hindi naman namamatay. Pero yung iba, namamatay. Virus lang yan. And that's because they were not able to fight off the infection. No? Okay. And then, it also has high fiber content. No? So, what happens when you have high fibers? Medyo na-enhance yung pagkabusog mo. Hindi ka nang busog agad, pero at least medyo mas nababawasan yung pag-overeat mo. No? And what's the effect? Weight loss. Weight loss. Weight loss is always a good thing. No? Not only in the Philippines, but all over the world. No? Imagine sa Amerika, no? More than 70% of their population is overweight. Baka ganun na rin dito sa Pilipinas eh. No? Magaling kasi tayong kumain. Masarap kasing kumain. No? Sige. So para matulungan tayo, sige, kumakain tayo. Pero with a bit of discipline and supplements like wheatgrass, baka makatulong. Kasi obesity, overweightedness, kahit hindi pa obese, can lead to many other problems. No? Again, ganun na naman. It can lead to hypertension, it can lead to diabetes, it can lead to stroke. No? So at least for us Filipinos and most of the countries in the world, yun yung ating routine, no? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Alam ko may mga cultures like for example, I think the Nepali, they only eat twice a day, no? And that's their traditional, that's their habit, no? And that's okay with them. Nasanay na sila. Okay. All right. So next we have barley. Okay. And the scientific name of barley is Hordeum vulgare, no? So that's the most common dietary barley, no? So barley also lowers your cholesterol, lowers your blood sugar, and improves insulin levels. So again, it's a very good supplement for those who are diabetic, no? Para mabawas-bawasan yung metformin natin, no? It slows stomach emptying, which could keep your blood sugar stable and help to control appetite. Okay? So it's high fiber also, no? And may also help relieve constipation. Okay? And then we also have alfalfa. So, yan yung itsura ng alfalfa. Okay? Kung hindi pa kayo nakakatikim yan. Usually, sinuserve lang ito sa mga sa mga hotel, sa mga high-end restaurants. Hindi natin alam kung ano siya. Alfalfa pala siya. Ayun. Okay. So, yan yung sprouts ng alfalfa. Mukha naman siyang masarap. Okay? So, again, alfalfa can lower cholesterol. Okay? So, pangontra ano to? Pangontra chicharon, pangontra lechon. No? They have benefits for blood sugar management, relieve symptoms of menopause. No? Yung mga nag-hot flashes sa menopause, baka makatulong ito. No? Kasi it modulates your hormones. Okay? And contains antioxidants as well as nutrients like vitamin K, copper, folate, and magnesium. So all of these micronutrients kasi, no, they are important in the normal metabolism of the human body. No? And another benefit of alfalfa is that despite it being a vegetable, it has it's a good source of amino acids, no, which are the building blocks of proteins. No, so kung nagda-diet ka, maganda ito kasi kahit hindi ka kumakain ng maraming karne, no, meron kang protein source. Okay? Okay, next is the fiber gum. No? Fiber gums offer prebiotic effect. Again, it can help prevent infections. It has short-chain fatty acid production, anti-inflammatory properties, and restoration of the gut impermeability. Okay. In particular, your acacia fiber, no, promotes the growth of healthy bacteria in the human digestive system. So, instead of bad bacteria na nakaka-cause, which are pathogenic, can cause disease, it promotes the natural flora, the healthy bacteria. Kasi ang gut natin, madumi naman talaga yan. Maraming bacteria dyan. Pero ang usapan, dapat yung mga bacteria dyan, siya yung normal na bacteria ng gut. Okay? And it's also used for obesity. And it's also used for diabetes to lower the blood sugar. So those are the many benefits of all of these components. They are probably the top dietary supplements that we can offer to people, to ordinary people like us. Wala siyang mga side effect, wala kang mga allergic reactions. It's very safe. Okay? It's very safe. And you know what's the good news is? Ano yung good news? The good news is, all of these components, together with all of its benefits, is now available. This is Prime Cleanse. Okay? Sorry. Prime Cleanse. So sabi nga, the Prime Cleanse will boost your metabolism. It helps in weight management, promote heart health, enhances digestive health. It regulates blood sugar in the body, good for the kidney, bladder, and prostate conditions. And it's a natural diuretic to increase urine flow. Increasing urine flow, ano pa mape-prevent mo dyan? Kidney stones. No? So it's almost like a miracle supplement. Okay? No other food supplement preparations have all of these components. Only Prime Cleanse. Okay? So I know that Prime Cleanse is just one of the many future products of Prime Z that we don't only sell, but we promote for a healthy Filipino nation. Okay? So I think with that message, thank you for your attention and see you all again